कि how should a client actually choose a designer, the skill set, how do you evaluate that this is the designer that I want for my wedding, you know, because very often क्या होता है कि कभी कभी the planner team has, you know, they do their own in-house designing
Right.
and they offer that to the clients, but sometimes the clients, it doesn't sit right, you know. I feel design is so personal for every individual, and when the family chooses a designer or the uh, the design team, it is pretty much going to reflect their personality,
Personal choices,
you know.
yes.
So how should one evaluate, how does a skilled designer get differentiated from somebody who is probably just assembling things from the digital space, you know? How does one evaluate this difference?
The first thing I would ask, I would tell a client is to ask if the designer has a design degree, if they've
Correct.
studied design, because any form of design, if they've gone through that process, you know, like architecture is a 5-year course. So it's not like a 6-month certificate program that you can do and you become like this person who can create large structures. And there's a lot of physics and mathematics that goes into the creation of structures, the
And
scale.
structure weight loads to understand.
Absolutely.
I mean, हमारे इंडस्ट्री में और वेडिंग्स में हमने कितना देखा है कि अनफॉर्चुनेटली कभी कभी
Things
the
happen.
kind of accidents that
Yeah.
happen at weddings, and it's sad that because of some error in not being able to have the right skill
Yeah.
or the technical angle covered rightly, things like these happen.
That's exactly where you
and
need trained
that's
people.
the big responsibility
Absolutely.
a designer carries.
Absolutely. Like jokingly, I tell clients sometimes, I'm like, you just pick a doctor when you're walking on the street and you're like, oh, I like this doctor. So I'm just going to get myself treated. No, you do a thorough background check. You check if the doctor is competent enough to, treat your, they're specialists. Right now, with our industry also, there's so many different things that have come up over the years. It's almost like 23 years for me informally doing events now since I first started. So I've seen the industry evolve in many different ways.
Yes.
Initially, when I got into the market, there were hardly any designers, and they were the people who were pretty much ruling the decor aspect of events. There were planners, but it was the designers who were sort of commanding how the space was going to look, how it was going to feel, what was going to flow through it. And that's so design is not just about the way it looks, like I said.
Yeah.
You know, it's about how you feel, the sensory feelings, how you walk through the space, where you're supposed to be when you enter, what is it that's going to happen one after the other. So if you're a technically trained designer, you will know how to create the full circle.
Correct.
And if you're not technically trained, then you will have a lot of misses on the way.
Or something might not look out of place there,
Absolutely.
you know? I
You will
mean,
have missed the scale, or you would have missed the color combination, or you would have missed something somewhere. Your story will not align. It'll be unfinished for certain people. But if you're technically trained, you will know that you have to go phase by phase. You can't jump phases, and you can't get too fascinated by. I know when I was studying, there was no internet back then, and there was no.
I think that was the best time.
It was the most creative way
Yeah.
to design. Now, even I get super tempted. Like, there are times when I'm like, okay, let me just pick out these 4-5 things, mix them up, and present it to a client.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hour job, you know. It's like you can do it in a couple of hours, but it doesn't bring you the satisfaction. It doesn't make you stand out in the crowd. So you'll see the ones that actually stand out are the ones who are authentic and who have always followed the process.